So we're gonna have kind of like a big old carnivore-ish. Good morning, everybody. Let's go get the day started. Well, it's a foggy morning. As you can see how low that fog is. It's usually how it is in the winter time when you get 50 at night and 80 during the day. I mean, you can hardly see it, but it's out there. Guys, let's go to the post office, drop off some bills, pick up some mail, bring BB's car for her oil change at the Hyundai dealership in Lakeland on Memorial Avenue. And you're probably saying, well, you change brakes, you do this, you worked on cars, why are you not changing your oil? We had either 5 or 10 free oil changes when we purchased this car. And this does have a lifetime warranty on both vehicles. Hyundai does lifetime warranty on transmissions and engine. So I might still bring it to the dealership, because if anything happens to this engine, I know they were the only ones that changed the oil. As far as other work done to the vehicle, that's not covered through the warranty, because changing the starter has nothing to do with your engine. It's basically your oil maintenance and your transmission maintenance. You got to keep up. So as far as like brakes and anything else goes, I'm definitely going to do that if my body will let me. So let's go to the post office. See, it's supposed to be Christmas cards here. I think these are the final ones. And guys, no matter what you send here, we respond with a card, handwritten letter by BB. We get lots of stuff here that people just don't want us to put. But if you want to, send us a letter, a postcard, anything, send it right here. This is our itty bitty post office in the description. So again, if you want us to read it online, you tell us to read it online. If you don't, that's fine. We are just happy we're in communication. Alrighty, here we go. Looks like we got 2 final Christmas cards. Christmas in January. Alright, let's go on. Kathleen Boulevard to Memorial. And we are arriving, guys. That's where we purchased our vehicle. Guys, you ever go to dealerships? Are you scared to go to dealerships to get your car worked on? Or you think everyone's always trying out to get you? Let's see if Itty Bitty has good alignment. Last time it said my other car had bad alignment. Then all of a sudden miraculously got good alignment. And now we're gonna get this one. All right, it does say I need an alignment. 2 tires look low. Get a little bit of sweets in here. That's an electric car right there. All right, guys, let's take a walk through there. I know they made an offer just now to buy BB's car for $16,000. They're trying to buy back all the Venues to resell them, because I don't know if they're having a hard time getting the new ones in. But I've seen a couple over here. I want to see if they're used or new. But that's Itty Bitty's twin right there. And I think these cars are made out of Korea. Yeah, this is the 2026. Not much has changed. I've seen cars over in Korea, and they are different in the front. But no, that's it. These are the 2026 models are coming in. So they're coming in slowly. Oh, and you got another blue one. But I like it in white, I'll be honest with you. But I don't see nothing as far as prices goes. Oh, here goes one with a price right here. Let's see what it says. All right, that one there with the chippy wheels goes for $22,900. I know BB has the limited. It's the one with these wheels. So hers has a little bit more, but it's not the highest package. And this is a 2026. So everything looks the same. Let's see how much this one goes for. 27. And I want to say BB paid about 24 for hers. 24, but then if you add the package, which is again, that's all free, but the package is, there's some kind of package that they have on here, or maybe that's what manufacturer retail price, dealer fee and everything. That's the added features that they get you for. That's what makes it from 22 to 27, is they have all of this here. And the crazy thing is I got to look at BB's to see if she's got 2 buttons missing. But I could have sworn this might be the identical car that BB has here. And it is great, because I'll tell you right now, like, we do get 38 to 39 on hers. Same thing with the whatchamacallit, the Tucson. And this is the same exact one as BB's. This car was made in 25, but it sold for 26. So yeah, that's why they haven't changed on. This is still the 25 style. This here is one of the most ugliest cars that they've made as far as the outside goes. The Santa Fe with the 3rd row seating, looks like. It's even got the key in it and everything. Let's see how much this goes for here. All right, this here says 38, and then they give you the package, which is $40,000 on this one. Now, mind you, that does not include taxes and title. And it doesn't look like they have the Genesis over here. This used to be a Genesis dealer as well as a Hyundai. Another nice looking car. This is the Elantra. Let me see if it has any pricing. Nope, no pricing on the windows. This is pretty cool. But like I said, no more. Wonder what happened to the Genesis, because Genesis Hyundai makes the Genesis. No, my uncle has one of those in Puerto Rico, but you can see the newer nose on it, more flatter, roundabout. And the headlights are more taller. Alrighty. Here we go. Back and clean the car. They washed the car on the outside as well. There's another itty bitty. Same color. So like I said, it looks like they're finally getting their cars in the Venue for some reason. Genesis is in a different location. In 2017, they stopped selling them together. So that's why we see no Genesis here, but it looks like the Venues are coming in. And that is the reason we bought this Venue, because we were just looking for something cheap. Yep, and it doesn't have the buttons there, so that was probably the same model as this one. I want to say this is the limited, special, or LE. It's one before you get everything in it. Yeah, it's got to be the one before you get everything in it. It's either the middle. It's got to be the middle one. I know it's not the first one. So anyway, guys, something pretty neat They sent me a video of my vehicle inspection. So I'm going to insert that in right now.
Hello, welcome to your video inspection. Won't be too long here. Just going to quickly go over a few maintenance aspects to highlight a few things and give you a visual, if I can, on just how some things are doing now. So let's begin. Let's start with tires first. So tires I'll measure the same way on each side at 7/32 all the way around, which is very, very good. Brakes are about 10 millimeters of pad life in the front, 9 millimeters in the rear. So it sounds like a bunch of numbers right now, but both tires and brakes are pretty much the best they can be right now. On tires, they're pretty much there. You know, it's all normal. Now, air filters. Cabin air filter here is probably the only thing that caught our attention. Is it is getting pretty dirty, and this affects air quality of the AC. Same way an air filter at your home would. The engine air filter was a K&N, so we just went ahead and put that one back. But we did find the majority of other maintenance aspects to look pretty good here. So wipers, fluids, battery, all good to go. We did have to top off a little bit of washer fluid, but we do that in every visit. So with that, thanks for watching, and thanks again for choosing Lakeland Hyundai. Hope you have a good day.
Let me know if your dealership does that. That's pretty. They did not do it when I was here about a month ago for the other car. But maybe that's something new. And now they video inspection your car to show you the things that you need so that you can feel safe as a customer. I'll tell you the good and the bad about that. The good thing is that you get to see, hey, you need cabin air filter. Hey, you need this. Hey, your brakes. You know, they're physically showing you, because when I worked in Pep Boys, we used to bring the customers to the back if they were waiting on the car. Well, I guess because insurance liabilities now, they don't do that no more. So this is pretty smart if you have technology, phone technology. Again, not everyone likes to do everything digital. I don't like my phone downloaded with a bunch of stuff in it. I don't like, you know, my phone is basically just for texting and phone calls and shooting videos. Where BB, she has a bunch of stuff downloaded on her phone. I don't like that on my phone. And other than the tracking. There goes the train, guys. The morning train. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. And like I said, that's a good thing about that. Because a lot of times you go into dealerships, you think these guys are crooks, they're out to get you, and all this other stuff. Because again, some things that the computer spits out, remember, it's because of miles on the car. It's just a recommendation of miles. So you got 50,000 miles, they say, hey, you need transmission flush. Those are recommendations. Or fluid flush, brake flush. Again, all those are recommendations because of the miles. It's kind of like if you're 20 years old, you know, you get your normal checkup. When you're in your 30s, 40s, they recommend you get certain blood works or certain other checkups. You know, you can pass or whatever on that. Doesn't need a cabin air filter. I can buy those on Amazon all day, and it's right there. 1, 2, 3, easy to replace. Okay. The bad thing about that, other than it secures you, it gives you confidence in the place that you're going to, that they're not trying to get you. Because that's what it used to be done in the past. And a lot of that is push sales on you as well. But if you have a good, honest person at the counter, which is your, I forgot what it's called. But anyway, when you have that person there, like I used to do that in Pep Boys and stuff, then they're going to honestly tell you what you need and what you don't need. And like I said, you make your choices on that. Bad thing about that is, number one, if you're here in a hurry, appointment's at 8 o'clock, car should be done by 9:15. It's 9:04. The bad thing about that, again, is if you're in a hurry, you ain't got time for none of that. You just came here for an oil change. Your mind is set. You're in the fight and flight mode before you even got in the building. So you're already thinking, I'm not doing this. Service advisor. That's what I was, a service advisor. So you're already, gonna fight your service advisor. Other bad thing about that is for the employee. Now when the car goes into service and they do the inspection, They send all that information to your service advisor. From there, your service advisor has to look for the pricing and stuff to see if parts available. So all that time is being done while it's your oil changes getting done, okay? That's the bad part. That takes time because now your car is sitting there waiting for you to get an approval. If you're waiting there and in a hurry, that's even going to piss you more off because that's, your car could have been in and out because you already know you're going to say no. So that's the bad thing. The other bad thing, it takes away from the employee. Now that's an extra step he has to do that takes away from him to get your car in and out. That's, more stuff to do for the employees to do. Sometimes even though it's good service for the customer, it can trigger a customer off. So that's the only bad thing I would say about that videotaping. Unless if they had a third person there that his job was only to videotape inspections, then that would make it easier on the mechanic. Because now you got to remember, this mechanic got to check your air pressure, check your brakes, check your oils. He's checking everything. So that's time that you're like, come on, man, how come I can go to this place, they do it in 10 minutes. They're not doing vehicle inspections. Those 10-minute lube places, that's basically what they're doing. They're just getting you in, changing your oil, and they don't even care. Lifetime engine. I know a lot of people are going to be like, wow, you got lifetime engine. Anything happens to that engine. Engine is the body where the pistons are at. It's not your valves. It's not the heads. I don't think the heads are included in there. I think it's the engine itself, or internally anyway, internal parts. So that could be your valves and stuff. That has nothing to do with the starter, the alternator, your air conditioning, anything attached outside. It's anything internal. So if you don't have documentation that you've been getting your oil change regularly, because remember, now these computers will tell on you if you're getting done, if you're waiting too long to get it done, it tells everything on you now. So that's where the lifetime engine comes into play. So like if your engine starts smoking, if your valves snap and stuff like that. So that's the lifetime of the vehicle engine, only for the original owner who buys the car brand new at first, not to be passed on to anybody else. The lifetime engine then is no longer, even if you buy it used, you can have extended warranties, but lifetime engine and transmission, of course, is not part of that warranty. So, all right, let's go home. Let's read some cards that we got so we can get them shipped out. Today's Three Kings Day. Happy Three Kings Day. El Dia de Reyes. I know a lot of the Latin communities and other communities, they call it either the Epiphany. The Puerto Ricans call it La Dia de Reyes, which is the Three Kings bringing gifts to Jesus. So let's get this day started. And I don't know. We'll see what it brings us. Baby is putting everything away. And the tree, and then we'll go over the cards. Okay, it's better on a cold day other than chili. A pot roast. New York Giant style. All right, we're going to use Grandpa's beef stew. Instructions. 1.5, blah, blah, blah. Add Kinder's tomato paste, beef stock, and 4 cups. But it doesn't tell you how much water. Oh, there it is. It does say use beef stock. I wish I would have had beef stock, because I would definitely use that. We're not going to put the tomato paste because, again, that's a beef stew. Let me stir that up a little bit. But I did hold away a teaspoon to sprinkle it on it, because that's what it does say to do. We're going to put carrots and make a little bit of mashed potato. So we're gonna have kind of like a big old carnivore-ish with just a little bit of mashed potato. Let me see what I was gonna do something with this. Do want to bathe it. There we go. Bathe that sucker. But yeah, I would recommend use the beef stew stock. And then I'm gonna sprinkle over. I'm not gonna bathe that. I'm gonna let that cook in there, let the juices absorb that. All right, let me get some onions and some carrots. No potatoes because we're putting in, we're making mashed potatoes. I love my carrots. And I'm leaving that on there so that onion can soak in on the top as well. All right. Fatty juices, do your thing. How long does this cook for?
That's probably going to cook until about 2 o'clock.
Okay. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 6 hours on high. Let me know what you guys put in your pot roast.
Pot roast, yeah.
Let me know when you guys put in your pot roast. Again, no potatoes in here because we are going to make just a little bit of mashed potatoes with it. Keep it more meaty with the onions and vegetables and less of the mashy. And there we go, getting ready to decorate for Valentine's Day. But the piggies stay on the wall. I mean the picture.
Cameraman Piggy, stay on the wall.
And you see I could find a cabin air filter for $6.99 and that spent $69 because I do charge your labor plus the cabin air filter to put it in. $6.99 and it's free and it'll be here tomorrow. All right, let's see what this looks like. You got to be careful because this thing is hot. Oh yeah. That looks real good. Oh yeah, that's done. Oh yeah. Is that done? Yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this on warm. And then we'll get the potato, take it a little bath. Now let's see how this comes out, guys. That sucker is done. Heck yeah. Alrighty. Alright, while you wait for the potatoes to thing, let's read these 2 cards out real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Last 2 cards of the season.
It says, thank you for allowing us into your lives. BB and Cameraman, wishing you a Christmas filled with cheer and many warm wishes for the coming year. Merry Christmas, Tracy.
And she emailed us, see we got the card.
Yes, so we got the card, Tracy, okay?
And thank you for the special gift.
Okay, BB and Cameraman, may the simple joys of the season fill your heart and home with happiness. Merry Christmas from my neck of the woods, Poppy. So we got it, Poppy.
Yep. Just like Ole Miss got Georgia.
Oh my God.
All right, so that'll be the last 2 cards we send out.
Yes, it will. So I'll send these out by the end of the week. So hopefully you guys will get them one day
This month.
this month. Because the mail apparently is running really late.
All right, let's get these mashed potatoes cooking. Good avocados.
Mm-hmm.
I see the butter.
Mm-hmm.
The roll butter.
Yep. That's what it is. The roll butter.
Looks good. That's a big chunk. Yeah, it's the biggest we've had so far. Even though those little ones.
Okay.
That looks real good presentation. On a nice cold day. All right, here we go. We got the cabin air filter. That's it for the Venue 2023. And it's gonna be right behind there. But again, before, I wanna make sure that it's not underneath here. Because sometimes they have access in here. And I don't see nothing there. And then, but you see that motor? So you know it's gonna be above that motor. So this one's gonna be different than the Toyota Camry. And the reason I'm taking all this out is because the cabin has to be pushed on each side. I'll see if I can show you it. Did want to say some of the older model Toyotas, they have a shock here that there's a clip here and there's a shock here. Before you disconnect that, you have to pull the shock away from it. And then you're going to do the next procedure to bring it down. So always make sure you don't have a shock, a string, or anything to prevent you from bringing that down. And it should be fairly easy, just pushing on these 2 sides. And that's it. That's your cabin air filter right there. Like, that's $68. And I paid $8 for the cabin air filter. All right. Oh, this lifts up. This is door up. You see how the arrow got flowed down? Always remember that. Flow goes down, and you see how dirty it is. So 23, 4, 5, 3-year-old. I'd say definitely every 3 to 4 years, depending. If you recycle, you don't dirty as much. If you smoke, of course, and you recycle, you dirty. If you leave this open, you dirty more, because that means the air comes in from that front vent, the leaves and everything there. So and that's just normal dust. You know, could have had the vent open at one time, or just natural dust. That's all it is. But 3 to 4 years, I would say, to replace your cabin air filter. So don't let them replace it any sooner. This is a charcoal air filter. $8, probably the better than the paper. You see the flow is down, and I just gotta make sure that that's up in the air. This one doesn't have a case around it. Make sure when you close it, it is sealed. Perfected. And then when you put it back, it's the same way. And there you go. Cabin air filter replacement, guys. 1, 2, 3, anybody can do it. Doesn't matter your strength, you can do it. Another thing, if you live in Florida, if you have your air conditioner on and you leave that open, that vent coming in, you're going to mix the hot air from the outside with the air condition, and you're going to be like, my air condition's not working properly. When you hit this button here to recycle, you are recycling the cold air that the car is pushing. So you're not mixing the hot air from outside. You're just mixing the inside air. So if it's blowing out cold, you're mixing that over, and it's going to get really cold. So same thing in the winter time. You got your heat on, you're like, wow, the heat's not that thing. It's because you have this open, you're letting the cold air in. You put it that way, you're going to melt your legs. Okay? If you like it where it doesn't melt your legs, then you keep it open. So just a little tip there. Alrighty, that's it, guys. I want to try not to make these videos that long. Sometimes they go over, sometimes they don't. We are done. Getting ready to send the cards out. Get this video out. BB's gonna start making her frame from Home Depot. So we'll do some measurements, and I think I'm gonna do some tilling over there because I am gonna do gondolas this year. So until the next video, guys, hope you have a good one. Keep your head up. And other than chili, do you like in the wintertime to warm up? And my friend the mole, son of a guy. I don't know. I'm done, dude. I'm done with him. See ya.